So guys, so Phil said Alan from GNS down in Nafina. So we're going to have 4 gyms here: Nafina, Whitehall, bit dodgy we're here, so close to home, rivals and stuff, and then Plunkett's on the Navan Road, and then out in Leaks as well. So dealing with a lot of clients, thousands over the last 6 or 7 years, gotten hundreds and hundreds of results. So I'd expect you to try and trust me as much as you can over the next couple of weeks. Ask as many questions, and as well as that, just back yourselves as well, going over the next 12 weeks, and trust the process, believe it'll happen, and keep just pushing along and plugging away. So in the next, say, 15-20 minutes, I'm just going to keep it very, very simple in regards to nothing too complicated. And what we're here is just going to talk a little bit about exercise and find the right exercise for you, and then majority on simple nutrition, okay, and just kind of like myths and all those kind of things, right? So when we're looking at kind of something in regards to starting something, we need to put it down on paper. So why are we sitting here? What do you want to get from here, and what do you want to get from me, and what do you want to get information-wise and take away from here? We should be all, one of the most important things with starting something is goal setting, all right? If you don't write your goal down, it's only a wish, okay? It has to be on front of you, and you have to be accountable for your goal. So if you have something there written down or in your head, and you haven't told anybody now what you want to kind of do in the next 12 weeks, forget about it. Start getting accountable. Put your goal up on the fridge. Let your husband, let your wife see it. Let your kids see it. You know, you're accountable to someone. You're accountable to those goals and those wishes. Not wishes, but more goals. And try and be really, really, and that's the main word, being accountable. And if you're only accountable to yourself, you'll make a lot of excuses, and we've all been susceptible to that as well. You know, sometimes we'll just kind of veer off it as well. Where are we going with this?
Yeah, technology's not on our side.
No, I guess that, yeah.
Does anybody know how we get this onto just one slide?
F5.
F5.
Look, I'll keep going anyway, so I'll keep going and let these kind of work away. In regards to exercise, okay, what your main achievement for exercise is finding something you enjoy, okay? Whether it's a circuit class, whether it's boxing, whether it's weight training, whether it's a Zumba, whether it's out just doing sprints on the pitch, whatever you enjoy, stick to it and keep doing it. Because the enjoyment factor and the dopamine factor of your happy hormone is going to be released more when you're happier doing something. And you want to create a positive attitude to exercise and food. So the more you enjoy it, the longer it's more sustainable it's going to be. And it's, you know, we want to create those habits and behavioural changes. And if we don't enjoy it, we're not going to create them. Okay? Any chance? No?
Yeah, that's it.
So.
That was it. We'll go, how fast we go?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. Exercise, in a way, we'll all rely on kind of like motivation, and motivation is kind of what got us here, and we were all sitting here, we're motivated for the next 12 weeks. But I'll say if we all put our hands up now to say we're all motivated now, I guarantee in like 4 weeks, those numbers, if I ask everybody, are you still as highly motivated in the first week than you are in the 4th week, I guarantee those numbers are way down below, like I'd say a drop off about 60%, okay? Motivation will get you here. Habits and behavioural changes will keep you going, okay? Motivation is always going to dip and high and dip and trough over the next 12 weeks. But what we want to do is we want to create different habits and changes. So what things are like our exercise and what we enjoy, and keep them going. Our ticking the boxes like our water, our food, our tracking our food, and getting it up on a Monday or Wednesday night, or a Monday and Friday night, or a Wednesday and Friday, and getting your walks in on the weekends. Ticking those boxes, those things that we can control in our environment, we need to keep them steady. And that will create consistency, which will create behavioural changes, which will then create habits. Who knows how long would it take to create a habit in someone's lifestyle? What was that?
You need to do something 21 times in a row, so generally a month.
It's between 80 and about 260 days to create a habit. Okay?
In a row?
Oh, just consistently. The more consistently you do it over a short amount of time, the quicker you're going to get it. Okay? In regards to habit formation, we need to move habits and behavioural changes from a conscious state of mind to an unconscious state of mind. And I'll give you a perfect example. Driving a car. We all learn to drive a car. We're all thinking about gear, clutch, brake, pedal, indicator, mirrors, 3-point turn, hit the curb, I'm done, I failed. Okay? Who is now driven for years, they're driving home from work, they're pulling into their driveway. Can't even remember how they got there. Don't even remember changing gears, don't even remember turning corners, because we've done it so much on a conscious state that it goes from the new part of your brain to the stored old part of your brain, and it becomes an unconscious feeling. That's behavioural changes. That's adapting it into a habit. Do you get me? So what we need to do is we need to keep things consistent, like your exercise, finding something you enjoy. You know, if you have to have a 2-litre bottle of water on your desk, and by the time you leave work, it's gone. Whether you're tracking your food and every time you're tracking, you have to have it done by the time you go to bed. These kind of things that are going to help you along the way are going to be those behavioural changes that will create those habits. So we need to unconsciously think about it and just do it automatically and naturally. But to do that, you need to keep doing it. When you're motivated, you go to the gym. When you're not motivated, you go to the gym. When you feel great, you go to the gym. You train, you get your steps in. You're not feeling great, you go to the gym, you get your steps, you train. You do it when you don't like it. And so when you do it, sorry Phil, you want to just click on. When you do it before the workout, you don't want to do it, you feel crap, you're unmotivated, then all of a sudden you train, you got out for a walk, mindset, mental aspect thing, you come back and you're like, Jason, I'm actually delighted I went out and done that. Right? You've burned calories, you should be actually probably a little bit more fatigued after a walk or a training session, no? But no, the hormonal responses you're going to get from exercising and moving is going to be a lot greater than sitting on your arse on the couch. Okay, you're going to feel better, you're going to feel much better, and self-esteem is going to be a lot higher as well. So trying to create that aspect of training and get moving as well. Okay, so the basic, just get moving and moving and moving. Okay, we go a little bit into nutrition, nothing major. Really, really simple stuff when we're kind of controlling food, and over the next 12 weeks we're going to be bashing on. I'm going to probably create a little Facebook group for all the leaders, and then we can kind of bounce off each other with ideas, questions. So if one person asks, 20 will know the answer. Okay, hitting a broad base in a small little thing. So protein, palm size, carbohydrates, fist size, fats are going to be like a thumb size, okay? And if we kind of stick to that rule of thumb over the general next 12 weeks, there is no doubt you should be really hitting some positive changes in there as well. So as you can see in regards to proteins, our main kind of proteins would be our chicken, our animal protein would be kind of our highest grams of protein. So we want to be always trying to get a good solid protein meal, protein source in every time we sit and eat, and then we alter our carbohydrates and our fats and stuff like that. Veggies, just go for it as much as you can. All right, more veg, not stuff you eat, the less shit you're going to eat. Okay, you're going to feel fuller. It's going to be a lot more dense in regards to micronutrients. So macronutrients are your proteins, carbs, and fats. Okay, and in those healthy macronutrients, you're going to get a lot of micronutrients, like all your vitamins and minerals as well. So we want to get as many clean source macronutrients as possible in there to get as many micronutrients. And when you hit those micronutrients, you're going to feel a lot more better, and hormonally you're going to run a lot smoother as well. Just on to that next one there, Phil. And on to the next one. Yes, there is like things there like, right, a calorie deficit. So does people know what a calorie deficit is? You probably do. You definitely do know what it is. Right. If we have a BMR, your basal metabolic rate, it's the amount of calories you need to be consistent and maintain your body weight, go to work, sleep, play with the kids, whatever. I'd say if it's 2,000 calories and we eat 1,500, that's a calorie deficit of 500 calories. To burn 1 pound of fat, it takes about a calorie deficit of 3,500 calories over whatever, a certain amount of time, whether it's a couple of days or a week, okay? There is studies done that if you do, they done on a survey of about 10 people and got them eating ice cream for a whole month, literally, and they put them in a calorie deficit of just ice cream and they lost weight. Did they feel good? Probably not. Did they lose fat? Did they lose weight? Yes. Because energy in relevant to energy out is so important. Okay? How do we find out our calorie deficit? Very, very simple. Alright? You get a tracker. Something like an app, like a calorie counter app, like one of the best ones would be MyFitnessPal. You track your calories. You do it consistently for a week or two. You jump on the scales, you measure the tape, you check your clothes, you check your image, your mirror, you check photos. If it's changed, happy days. Keep the calories going. If it doesn't change, you need to bring them down or increase your output as well. Maybe you need to do more. Really, really simple stuff. You test it, you try it, you fix it, you manipulate it if you have to, and then you just go with it. All right? Everybody's going to be different. 2,000 for a male, 15 for 100, 1,500 for a woman. It goes out the door when you're talking about someone with high body fat levels, because there's so many background issues there in regards to carbohydrate sensitivity and metabolic damage as well. So someone could be the same size, same weight. Someone could be their calorie deficit, which could be 1,500. The other one could be 1,000. You just don't know until you test it and try it. Okay. So in regards to calories, same amount of calories. Macronutrients will be the same, but micronutrients will be absolutely flip side reverse on the bottom one, especially with all the fruits and veggies. Okay, we need them. We need all those micronutrients, especially if we're going to try and start increasing your protein. We'll need all those veggies in there to try and help break down the protein and utilize your protein and your carbohydrates as well. Okay. Right, this is a weekday dieter, and we've all been examples of this, alright? This is what I'm talking about. So Monday to Friday, say Monday to Thursday, we'll be in a calorie deficit, okay? Come Friday, had a savage week in work, ate all my meals, gonna order myself a bit of Chinese or something, or a pizza. All of a sudden, they'll eat too many calories on the Friday and they'll be in a surplus, okay, over that day. Come in Saturday, or they'll go out and they'll have a few pints. Come down Saturday, dehydrated, hormonally a bit tired, demotivated, lost a lot of water, a lot of salt from your alcohol, and then tend to pig out, and you'll eat that again. Sunday, guilt mode. You'll say, sorry, fuck it, I'm done. I'll do this and I'll start again Monday. I'll be grand. Okay? But over the whole week, we're probably up over 1,500 calories. Those calories do not just disappear because it's Monday. That's day 7, Monday's day 8. Those calories transfer over on the Monday, and then when we start deficit again, we just lose those calories we've just ate on the weekend, and then we come in and then we burn those calories instead of burning into fat, and then we realise why we haven't lost weight, even though we've done Monday to Thursday spot on. Okay, we need to get away from this weekday dieter. Just the next one there, Phil. We need to control it, and we need to try and create an 80-20 rule. Okay, never cut out food. Never cut out food groups. Never cut out chocolate. Never cut out a takeaway. Never cut out chicken. Never cut out broccoli. It needs to be under control. Everything in moderation, okay? Including moderation, All right. So we're looking at that over the long term. Yeah, we'll have some absolutely spot on days, and then like there Tuesday, I met a client for work. I ended up having a burger. You know, Friday night really good. I had a slice of pizza and I had 2 points or whatever. We're down in regards to our percentage ratio, how good we were. Saturday we were still under control. We didn't binge eat from being too hungover, and we controlled ourselves. But over the whole weekend, then our average is 80. Okay, 80,000. So most people are in around 10 to 12,000 calories a week. So if we're looking at an 80-20 rule, we can afford about 8,000 calories there that are spot on, and another 2,000 calories there that can be just, that can be 2 meals if you wanted. They're only about 800 a pop. But if the rest of your week is absolutely spot on, yeah, go for it. And that's that kind of ticking the box kind of team that what I'm going to be bashing on the next 12 weeks. Can I order a meal tonight? Have you ticked all your boxes Monday to Friday? If you haven't, it's your own choice, and you kind of have to decide then yourself as well, okay? So I'm going to start talking about the halo effect as well. So beware of what is perceived as healthy, all right, when we're going out there and we're making choices. Studies again, people going into a cafeteria and they'll see 2 breakfasts. One will be 800 calories, the other one will be 400 calories. One says healthy, one says nothing. Most likely about 70 to 80% of people will pick the healthy option, even though it's nearly double the calories. Okay? And when we're trying to lose fat, we need to be in a calorie deficit. Okay? So perceived as we'll go out and we'll go, yeah, I have the avocado's healthy, poached eggs healthy, brown bread's healthy, I'll leave out the butter. 600 calories, done. Alright? Bacon butty, grease. It's all what we're kind of linking food to. 300 calories. Really, really simple. That can be the difference between 300 calories extra a day, multiply that by 7, 2100, do that for 2 weeks, £1.5 of fat gained. So we just really need to be under control with things like that as well. The halo effect is that we don't want to be like, we train today, so we don't have to walk to work, or we train today, I lost weight today, so I'm going to order a Chinese. Okay? We've all been susceptible and thinking about it before. I'll get away with it because I'll burn it off and then I'll make up that extra pound in the following week and stuff, you know. We don't want to be susceptible to the halo effect. Alright? Buzzwords of healthy, high in protein. Read the label and you'll find out what's actually high in protein. Okay? Next one there, Bill. So when we're eating, I'd love for most of you to be trying at least to track your food. To change, you're going to have to be susceptible to try and change as well and try something new. You're never going to, say like a tool like MyFitnessPal, which you'll track like a food diary. Instead of writing it down, it's going to track your food, it's going to give you your calories, it's going to give you your proteins, carbs and fats and all your micronutrients. Okay? Then what we can do is then I can help you, I can manipulate, and I can give you ideas and different options to try and really push you on. You're never going to do this for the rest of your life. But what you learn from it, you'll take for the rest of your life. That's the main thing. If we don't try and learn or educate, you're just going to, you know, if you do a 12-week plan, what happens on week 13? You know, we don't learn anything in those 12 weeks. The changes of the changes of putting them back on the weight can be very high. So learning is a massive thing as well, right? Nutrition myths, or what's the next one there? Yeah, so protein is going to be your main thing. Calories and protein should be your main concern when you're talking about changing your food. Calories stay under, protein hit the targets. Protein's a great macronutrient, especially when we're training and we're trying to break down and tear tissue in your training. That's what you're trying to do. It doesn't sound great, but that's exactly what you're trying to do. You're not going to build muscle in a gym or training. You're going to break it down and tear it, cause little micro tears in the tissue. Now, muscle is made up of protein and water, so what do we need to repair? Protein. Okay. So for every, if we're 200 pounds, okay, and we're 30% fat, all right, 30% body fat, 160 pounds of that is lean mass. So realistically, a gram per pound of lean mass is what we want. So 160 grams of protein. On to the next one there. Myths, guys. Alright, so I think we skipped, I don't know, did we go one there? Yeah, so sorry, that one there. With the protein, there's loads of concepts of what's high in protein, okay? So a chicken breast, so normally around one small chicken breast, you'll get between 20 and 24 grams of protein, okay? And 100 calories. It's dense, it's filling, you're gonna get a higher macronutrient. Like nuts, we would say high in protein. Who here believes it's actually a protein in regards to the highest macronutrient in it? No?
Is it?
It'd be high in protein if you were probably a vegetarian. It'd be a higher protein source for that. In regards to macronutrient, it's a fat. Predominantly, it's a fat. Okay? And to get 20 grams of protein, you'll have to eat about 560 calories to get 20 grams of protein. So saving calories is really important, and picking the right sources is also really important. A chickpea, protein. No, it's a carb. To eat about 20 grams of protein, about 650 calories. And it'd have to be about 400 grams of chickpeas to get about 20 grams of protein. That's a bucket of food. You're never going to eat that. You know what I mean? So make our choices a little bit smarter in regards to where we're getting our proteins from. Because then if we're constantly mixing salads and we're going chickpeas, quinoa, nuts are high in protein, throwing in eggs, which is predominantly a little bit higher in the fat, our calories in that salad is going to be huge. And then when we bulk it up with that in regards to high fat, high carb options, what's going to take the toll on that is actually going to be our protein. So we will see everybody will struggle to hit their protein goal, and they'll be way too high on their carbohydrate goal and be actually not too bad in their fats. Their macronutrients will be all over the place in regards to when we want to train. And I am predicting that because most clients, 98% of clients that come into me, that is the issue. Carbs are too high, protein's way too low, and their fats are kind of mediocre. Okay, and what quality of food we're getting as well. So our myths, we'll just finish off with two or three little things. Carbs at night make you fat. No. Alright? Just because it's lying in your stomach doesn't mean it stores as fat. Too many calories in your system in a day will store as fat. So get that into the head. If you're coming towards 8 at night and you still have to eat food, eat it. If you're in a deep sleep at night, you're in your deepest state of recovery. So recovery means grabbing up macronutrients, micronutrients, dispersing and trying to recover muscle tissue, and hormonally trying to get you a little bit more homeostatic, which means balanced. If we're eating food at night, perfect. Carbs before night. One of the best things you can probably eat in regards to carbs would probably be oats before night, give you the best night's sleep going. Brings up, carbs make you happy, brings you up serotonin. Serotonin chills you out, you start to relax, you start to get a little bit sleepy, then all of a sudden, lights out, gonzo. So carbs is actually one of probably the best things, clean carb, one of the best things you can eat before you can go to bed. Fruit makes you fat. No, too many calories makes you fat. Fruit, guys, pick and choose what you're doing. If you're trying to like really control the carbohydrates, say like a banana, a large banana will hold about 31, 32 grams of carbs. It'll be about 110 calories. So a large banana, and who knows, like say a tub of blueberries, all right, that will hold around, say if you weigh half of that, 60 grams, which would still be a huge amount of portion, a big portion for some. That will be about 8 grams of carbs and around, I think it's around 16, 18 calories. So it's a third of the calories, and then a third of the carbs, and around less than a third of the calories as well. Blueberries, raspberries, pineapples, strawberries, all those kind of citrusy stuff, savage. Go easy on the apples, bananas and pears and stuff, very high, and you can really overeat them as well. Great, bring them in, not saying cut them out, but just go easy and monitor exactly what you're eating. So eat clean foods, lose fat. No, the ice cream study, all right. Consuming dairy fat makes you fat. No, just, that's not, all right? If we consume butter, like a real butter, all right, instead of like a spread, that's not butter, it's a spread. Utterly, butterly, flora, they're not butters, okay? That's a spread. Get your Kerrygold and stuff like that into you. Dietary fat, Kerrygold, red meat, all right? We'll all hear the myth of, only talking to a client today, I've been trying to cut back the red meat. Why? It's bad for you. Why? I don't know. You don't even know the answers. Red meat, stay with it in. High in saturated fat, perfect, all right? What else is high in saturated fat? Crisps, chocolate. We'll cut out the red meat, but we'll keep in crisp and chocolate. Do you know what I mean? So pick and choose of what you're kind of doing and trying to learn for yourself as well. Protein makes you bulky. Get that out of the head, especially for females as well, all right? Too many calories makes you bulky, you'll gain fat, you'll look bigger. Simple as that, okay? And then removing carbs. Never remove carbs, all right? You remove carbs, you lower serotonin, you feel crap, all right? Carbs make people happy. Carbs make me happy, all right? Carbs, giving people, my clients, more food and more carbohydrates makes me the happiest person alive, because I know their system is running well. I know they're dropping body fat. Their sensitivity is getting a lot more better, and I can push food, more food on them. All right, that's the priority. Too many carbs does not make you fat. Too many calories gains fat. Okay, and then last but not least, exactly what I'm talking about. Two things. Weigh yourself once a week. Do not jump on the scales every day or every second day, every morning, you're going to be different weight from morning, afternoon and evening, okay? Women, menstrual cycles, stress, husband, wife, all that adds stress. When you add stress, you retain water. When you add stress, your sleep is crap. You retain water. When you retain water, you're going to gain weight on the scales. Say, if you gain 1 litre of water, it's going to be about 2.2 pounds in weight. Okay? Gain 2 litres, it's going to be double. So, don't jump on the scales after you drink 2 litres of water. Okay? If it's Friday morning, that's it. You put it back in the wardrobe, you take it back out next Friday morning as well. And same again, just eating the calories, and the only way you know you're going to eat too many calories is if you track them as well, okay? I think that's her anyway, but any questions or anything like that, fire away. I'll be happy to answer. If not, I'll be there, which is for the next 12 weeks anyway, over that, or if you want to ask any personal questions, catch me at the end on your own as well.
Sorry, just, is the intention that it would be possible to push for several litres, some sort of an idea of, like obviously, chicken, certain things you gotta have in your diet, otherwise you're not going to lose weight, because you need certain proteins, you need certain...
Yeah, there will be certain kind of guidelines and stuff like that, and I'll be trying to help you out as much as possible. But it's mainly, we need to keep a massive variety in regards to our food, but obviously keeping a foundational structure. Can't build a house on a shitty foundation. So what we want to do is we want to build a solid foundation in regards to food and a background, and if things vary up in that, so be it. You know what I mean? If, like I said, if we have Monday and we hit our calorie deficit, Tuesday we hit our calorie deficit, but totally 2 different days, there's no real need to keep things strict.
Would it be if people kind of kept a diary of the food for a week and then had a chat with you? Would that be...
MyFitnessPal, yeah. MyFitnessPal. Yeah.
It's like if they have a list of it, they go to you, within 2 or 3 minutes you're going to say, well, here's where the problem is.
Yeah, MyFitnessPal. That's it. It's literally, if you give me a sheet with a load of things, I'm going to be like that. Like, I'm not a computer here, like, you know what I mean? I don't know everything. You know, I don't know exactly what's in those foods. I can't know a full supermarket's like nutritional backgrounds and stuff like that in regards to labelling. Like, MyFitnessPal is the easiest thing you'll ever use. There's a barcode system on it. Your barcode food comes up, boom, boom, saved, you're in. You know, there's no real searching with things. It's very, very simple. And with clients, I've, again, like 95, 96% of them on it. Some people get away with results in regards to just cleaning it all up and they feel absolutely fine. Some people have to be a little bit stricter and a little bit more regimental. But yes, I will definitely want to help you as much as possible anyway with that.
On the MyFitnessPal, you can actually create meals in it as well. So if every morning you have the same breakfast, you can create that and just add it each morning. So it's counting that for you straight away. You don't have to do it every day.
And you should all download that Operation Transformation app if you haven't. I downloaded it there a couple of weeks ago. It is really good in regards to ideas, and it kind of keeps you a little bit accountable as well. It gives you a little alarm clocks. Have you got your steps done today? Have you got your workout done today? You know, it'll give you shopping lists and stuff like that as well, and all different meal ideas as well. So it's actually a really, really good tool, the Operation Transformation app. Definitely download that. But it would be good to educate yourself on the MyFitnessPal and actually use it as a tool to know what's in and what's in food as well. Any other questions?
Any other questions?
Let the main man talk now.